Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was one of the foremost leaders of the Indian freedom movement. He was a visionary. He was a revolutionary. He was the leader of the men and the hope of all.
It was from Swamiji that he imbibed the courage to face death.
A leader of the radical progressives of India, Bose devoted all his life to the struggle for independence of his motherland.
Our struggle is no doubt a non-violent struggle. But even a non-violent struggle demands an army, an organization, and a machinery.
Having realized that national liberation warranted armed struggle, Bose turned his eyes towards the USSR and Germany.
He wanted to go to Russia, not to Germany.
In 1941, Subhash Chandra Bose arrived in Kabul with the hope of establishing contact with Soviet leadership. Finally, Bose arrived in Germany via Moscow. Hitler's military command arranged to have Bose transported to Southeast Asia via submarine, which lasted 3 months. In May 1943, he became the commander-in-chief of the INA, which comprised 3 million Indians residing in Asia.
The contribution of the INA and the Subhash Chandra Bose for the India's freedom was direct.
The end of World War II rapidly pushed Bose closer to the tragic destiny.
Did he really succumb to his injuries at the alleged plane crash?
He did not die in the accident.
So what really happened to Netaji?
The British intelligence report submitted to the government of Wavell in early 1947 states that Subhash Chandra Bose reached Russian territory. This is the mystery of the century. This is the mystery that India has preserved in her womb for more than 6 decades. The country should know what happened with her leader. In world history, Subhash Chandra Bose undoubtedly remained the most heroic and tragic figure. Did Netaji meet his end in Russia? It remained a mystery for more than half a century, a mystery that will soon be unearthed.
There was no aircraft.
He did not die in the accident.
What was the net result?
No plane crash.
So what really happened? Why could he not come back to India? Where is he? Was he in India?
If we follow the investigation of the Mukherjee Commission, one of the leads, if investigated thoroughly, could provide a plausible answer.
I came to the opinion that both groups, one disputed and the other admitted writings of Subhash Chandra, they were matching with each other.
The country must know what happened to Netaji.
Story says the plane crashed on 18 midday.
I think it's a very complex.
How the person could be admitted on 17th?
Congress government's attitude was Netaji.
Allowed to see the body.
A covered body
That's what Netaji is convinced.
was cremated
Whose death?
without being identified.
Photograph was taken of the dead body.
How could you recognize that he's Subhash Chandra Bose?
That was the purpose of then taking that photograph.
How could there be death without an aircraft?
One of Netaji's close associates, Leela Roy, an exemplary revolutionary, was called upon by a certain Gumnami Baba. After her first meeting with the saint, Leela Roy, who had known Netaji closely since 1922, became convinced that the saint was indeed none other than Netaji himself.
He lived alone. No one saw him. Some people visited that place, but they were not allowed to see him.
Justice Mukherjee also firmly believed that the anonymous saint of Faizabad was none other than Netaji himself.
The report submitted by Justice Mukherjee was published stealthily.
It is an issue which has to be approached very objectively, dispassionately, like a detective does.
No action was taken in this regard.
The government unwillingly to fully cooperate. I am 100% sure that we have to.
His belief is not without any reason and can, in fact, be supported with factual evidence and other circumstantial evidence. Perhaps the most intriguing political mystery of 20th century Indian history is the fate of our most formidable leader, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. In world history, Subhash Chandra Bose undoubtedly remains the most heroic and tragic figure.
Millions of followers of Netaji firmly believe that their beloved leader will reappear soon to take this country to the zenith of civilization.